Hi guys, welcome to Coffee Talk with Josie. Today I want to talk to you guys about happiness. All of us in one way or another is trying to pursue this thing called happiness. But what exactly is it? Now, I just want to share with you this concept that I recently came across. All of us, every day when we wake up, we are being motivated to get out of bed. And generally, there are two kinds of motivation. There is this thing called the intrinsic motivation and this thing called the extrinsic motivation. So intrinsic motivations is basically something that you do just because, and something that you do not because you want a result out of it. Whereas extrinsic motivation is something you do not because you want to do it, but because you're trying to pursue the result of it. So for example, extrinsic motivation could be I go to this job that gives me a good income, not because I like it, but because I like the money that it gives me so that I could continue a certain lifestyle. So take for example, a person playing a piano can either do it due to an intrinsic motivation, simply because they enjoy playing the piano and it brings them joy, or they could be playing the piano in a bar, right? Because to earn some money to pay the bills. Now, according to the research that I read about, they did a study on 200 individuals, and what they were trying to find out is whether a person being motivated by an extrinsic motivation or a intrinsic motivation can increase their happiness level. So they basically gathered 200 people, asked them for their end goal. So their goals could be, to get a promotion, to earn a better income, to get a better house, or it could be a better friend, to be a better partner, etc. Okay, so after taking down the details, they follow up with them very closely, and over time, after the people have achieved their goals, the results was actually quite startling, like shocking in a sense, because they found out that people who actually achieve their extrinsically motivated goal, when they achieve it, they actually did not have any increase in their happiness level after. Whereas for people who pursued something as a result of an intrinsic motivation, actually had their happiness level increased, which was pretty interesting, right? Like some of us, we may be doing certain things because we think that it could give us happiness. For example, a better status, we buy certain clothes, dress a certain way, pursue a certain lifestyle or a status because we think that we will appear cooler to people and that will make us happier. But the truth is actually it does not. Even just recently I was doing some online shopping, like we all do during circuit breaker, and even without circuit breaker we do that, right? But I was just looking at this gold-plated earring, this one with pearl in it, right? I was like thinking for days whether I want to purchase it, because it's real gold and it's really pretty anyway. So I bought it, and when it came, it actually didn't make me an inch happier at all. I was like, okay, it's just another item, and it did not increase my happiness level. And that kind of just reminded me once again that, hey Hosanna, things does not make you happy. Sometimes we can do certain things or buy certain things, it makes us happy and it doesn't last, right? Which is why we continue to go on a shopping spree, to try to create that high again that it does not last. But the key is actually to look for something to do simply because you want to do it. If you look at little kids, they could just jump into a puddle of water and you ask them why do they do it, they say because it makes me happy, and that's all. And sometimes I feel like as we grow into adulthood, right, we make things very complicated. Like we have to have a reason why we are doing something. We can't just have fun, we can't just do it just because. And research shows that there's this thing called flow states. Flow states is basically a state where you're present in the moment and you're just enjoying whatever you're doing in the moment. It is simply things that we do when we are so lost in ourselves. We don't even think about what's the KPI out of this, what is the result of this, and just being. And a lot of times these are the things that really make us happy and make us satisfied and make us feel fulfilled. So if today you're not happy, maybe the solution is not to chase after another promotion, it's not to chase after more money, it's not to buy the next BMW, because these are just temporarily. It can give you a certain look on the outside as if you have made it, but deep down inside, you yourself know whether you're truly happy. And I'm so grateful because I'm so glad that whatever we need to be happy is already within us. It's not something that we look beyond ourselves. We might think that, hey, I need a partner to be happy. When the partner comes along, you realize that, oh, it does not fulfill you. And then you start to look for something else. Like, oh, I need to get married to be happy. And then when you're married, you realize, it doesn't fulfill me to the level that I think it is. Then we think we must get kids. Like, at what point will we truly become happy? Happiness can happen right now, right here, right where you are, if you look deep within yourself. Look for something that you would enjoy doing. If it's in a hobby, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's just hang out with a friend. Sometimes happiness is found in this little intangible stuff and not on the tangible stuff that you accumulate. And sometimes this tangible stuff that you accumulate eventually might become a burden for you and become a drag for you through this life. So maybe it might be time for you to declutter your physical stuff and focus in your internal world. So I hope this would help you to maybe expand your mind a little bit with regards to happiness. Okay, that's all for today. Bye guys!